Welcome back to the deep dive. You know the drill here. We sift through that mountain of information for you, pull out the really important stuff, and, well, make it make sense.
Exactly. The goal is always to get you informed quickly, without the headache, maybe with a chuckle or two along the way.
And today, we're diving into something pretty interesting. A forecast that seems to offer both some real opportunities, but also a dose of practical reality checks.
That's right. We're focusing specifically on the astrological outlook for Taurus for the second half of September 2025. It's quite a distinct period.
Distinct how?
Well, it really seems to split into two different vibes. You start with a phase that feels, pretty comfortable, maybe even rewarding.
Okay, nice start.
But then it shifts. The latter part calls for, let's say, more careful footing, more strategic thinking.
Gotcha. So for you listening, whether you happen to be a Taurus or you just find this stuff fascinating, what we're going to do is break it all down.
Yep. Key themes, important dates, and importantly, the practical advice woven into it all.
So you walk away feeling clear, prepared, knowing how to handle both the smooth sailing and the potentially choppy waters.
It's really about navigating that balance between your bigger goals and the actual steps you need to take day to day.
A constant balancing act, isn't it?
Always. And understanding these, let's call them energetic patterns, can be super valuable. It helps you work with the flow rather than against it.
Right, being proactive. Okay, let's get into it. This first favorable period you mentioned, September 15th to the 21st for Taurus. What's the story there?
Okay, so this week really kicks things off with some positive momentum. It's very much about practical matters. And the key player here is Venus, Taurus's ruling planet.
Venus, okay. Value, harmony, money, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And during this specific week, Venus makes what's called a trine aspect to Jupiter. Jupiter's hanging out in Taurus's second house, which is all about personal finances and resources.
A trine, that's good, right? Like they're cooperating.
Yeah, precisely. It's a really harmonious connection. Think of it as these two planets amplifying each other's positive qualities, especially around growth and security for Taurus. Money matters are definitely highlighted.
Highlighted how? Like surprise inheritance or?
Probably not a lottery win, no. It's more subtle, more aligned with Taurus values. The forecast talks about small, tangible financial wins.
Okay, tangible. Like what? Finding a 20 in an old coat.
Could be, but maybe more like finding that perfect artisan piece you've been looking for at a really great price. Something beautiful, but also kind of an investment.
Right. Value and pleasure. That's very Taurus.
Or maybe getting an unexpected dividend from a stable, long-term investment. It's like the universe giving a little nod to their patient, grounded approach.
Okay, so it rewards their natural inclination towards quality and security. It's about being smart and observant with money.
Spot on. Being open to avenues that offer that long-term security and quality could really pay off. It respects their desire for things that last.
Makes sense. So it's not just about the bank balance then. Does this smooth Venus-Jupiter energy spill over into enjoying life a bit more too?
Oh, absolutely. This is where Taurus's love for comfort and, the finer things really gets a boost. The advice is literally to embrace the little luxuries.
Little luxuries. I like the sound of that. But for Taurus, that's not just frivolous spending, is it?
No, not at all. For them, sensory pleasure is really grounding. It recharges them. So think less about extravagance and more about conscious enjoyment.
Conscious enjoyment. Like
maybe taking the time to cook a really wonderful meal with high quality ingredients, slowly savoring it, or making a part of their home feel extra special. Textures, scents they love, a soft throw, some fresh flowers, that favorite mug for tea. It's actively creating comfort.
Active creation, not just passive consumption. I like that. It's self-care, really.
Definitely. And downtime is crucial too. Actually letting themselves relax and just be in the moment. That's maybe the biggest luxury these days.
Yeah, so true. Okay, comfort, finances. What about work during this good week? Anything happening there?
Yes, work is another key area. Remember that consistency Taurus is known for.
Oh yeah, methodical, reliable.
Well, this is where those steady efforts start to show real, visible results. It's not about sudden luck. It's recognition for their diligence.
The payoff week?
Kind of, like tending a garden carefully, and now the flowers are blooming. If they've kept things organized, stuck to their routines, especially those daily work habits linked to the sixth house, the results should become quite clear.
Okay, so concrete results. Can you give an example? What might that look like for a Taurus?
Sure. It could be A long-term project they've been meticulously working on finally getting approved.
Nice.
Or maybe a detailed report they polish gets some unexpected praise from higher ups.
Validation.
Exactly. Or even hitting a professional goal they've been chipping away at for ages. Persistence paying off. The universe basically saying, yep, we saw you putting in the work. Here you go.
Love that. So that disciplined, organized approach gets its reward, bringing that sense of security they value so much.
That's the essence of it for September 15th to 21st. Good financial sense rewarded, permission to enjoy comforts deeply, and work dedication bearing fruit. That was pretty good, right?
Sounds great. But, I sense a but coming. Things shift after the 21st, you said.
They do. The energy changes quite noticeably from September 22nd through the 30th. It requires a different approach, more caution, more mindfulness.
Okay, how does that show up astrologically? What's changing?
Well, the big shift is the sun moving into Libra around the 22nd. Depending on the specifics of an individual's chart, this can create tension, like a square aspect, maybe with Pluto.
A square? That sounds like friction, challenge.
Yeah, squares demand that you confront something, make adjustments, maybe transform an approach. Even without a direct, harsh aspect, the general vibe shifts. Libra energy brings focus to relationships, balance, but also potentially shared resources or deeper issues that need addressing.
So we move from that period of comfortable receiving to a period needing more careful management.
You've got it. The ease steps back and the need for deliberate, sometimes maybe difficult action steps forward.
All right. So what specific areas need this extra attention for Taurus from the 22nd onwards? What's the main heads up?
First stop, back to finances. But the message is totally different. Instead of small wins, the warning is about unexpected expenses.
Oof. Not fun. Especially for Taurus who loves stability, right?
Exactly. Sudden costs can feel really jarring for them. It's not just the money itself, it's the disruption to their, carefully planned world.
Like the boiler breaking down just when you thought the budget was sorted?
Precisely that kind of thing. Or a surprise car repair. Abrupt, unwelcome challenges to their sense of security.
So it's less about seeking opportunity and more about defense, protecting what they have. Maybe even protecting their peace of mind from these interruptions.
Yeah, and the advice is to manage money smartly. But what does that actually mean here? It's more than just tightening the belt. It's about cultivating a preparedness mindset, actively building some flexibility before the surprise hits.
Proactive defense. So reviewing the budget for non-essentials that could be paused.
Yes, or crucially, maybe starting or topping up an emergency fund, even a small one, specifically for these kinds of jolts. It's pragmatic, which Taurus is good at, but it requires active engagement now, not just relying on past stability.
Right, it forces them to engage with potential instability, which might be uncomfortable but necessary. Raises a good question. How do we all prepare for the unexpected without just worrying all the time?
It's a key life skill, isn't it? Finding that balance.
Okay, so money needs careful handling. What about relationships during this trickier phase? You mentioned patience and communication earlier.
Yeah, patience is vital. Taurus naturally seeks harmony, right? Sometimes they might avoid conflict, hoping issues just vanish.
Sweep it under the rug.
But the forecast suggests that during this period, even little misunderstandings could blow up if you don't communicate clearly.
Yikes. So small things could escalate easily.
That's the implication. Heightened sensitivity. Minor friction points could become bigger deals if left unaddressed. For a sign that prizes stability, that underlying tension can be really unsettling.
So clear, calm, open communication is the antidote to stop things festering.
Absolutely paramount. Prevent those undercurrents from destabilizing things.
Okay, but communicate clearly. What does that actually look like for a Taurus? They can be quite steadfast, maybe even a bit stubborn sometimes. Is it about being more direct, more empathetic?
It's really a mix of both, and it might stretch their comfort zone a bit. It means expressing your own needs honestly, but crucially, without being aggressive.
Okay.
And also really listening, trying to understand the other person's view without just planning your response. Asking questions to clarify, not assuming.
Bridging the gap, even if it feels awkward.
Yes, it requires more flexibility than they might naturally default to. Willingness to genuinely see another perspective. It's emotional intelligence in action, basically, to stop unspoken stuff from exploding later.
Sounds like work, but important work. Okay, finances, relationships. What about health? The forecasts mention listening to your body, potential stress or stomach issues if they overdo it.
Right, and overdoing it for Taurus during this time can happen in a few ways. It often links back to that strong work ethic, maybe pushing through discomfort.
Stubbornness again, pushing past limits.
Could be. or just getting caught up in work demands, neglecting rest,
Yeah.
or letting those money worries or relationship tensions just build up inside.
Internalizing the stress.
Exactly. Taurus values comfort. They can also be incredibly dedicated and just power through. The warning is that this built-up pressure cooker can pop physically. Stress, stomach issues, the body keeps score. You know?
Yeah, it definitely does. So the body sends clear signals if they ignore the internal red flags. How do they listen effectively then? Specific actions? Or just general awareness?
It's both. Definitely heightened awareness, checking in with energy levels, emotional state,
Yeah.
but also specific preventative actions, like consciously scheduling breaks, even short ones, making sleep a real priority. Paying attention to diet comfort food is nice, but maybe balance it, Finding healthy ways to release stress.
Not just bottling it up.
Right, simple things. A walk outside, some stretching, maybe meditation, a calming hobby. The advice specifically mentions keeping goals realistic.
Don't overload the plate.
Exactly, pacing yourself.
Yeah.
And being open with people, which ties back to relationships, and not letting stress fester internally. Realistic goals prevent overwhelm, pacing prevents burnout, openness prevents internal buildup. It all connects.
It really does. Okay, so let me try and sum this up. First part, Sep 15th, 21st. Good vibes, smart money moves pay off, enjoy those quality comforts, see your hard work get noticed. Thumbs up.
Pretty much. A period to lean into and appreciate.
Then, Sep 22nd, 30th. Shift gears. Time to be cautious, manage money proactively for potential surprises, communicate very carefully and with empathy in relationships, and really tune in to your body rest. Realistic goals, don't push too hard.
That captures the essence perfectly. It's a real duality in this latter half of the month. Shows how even good times transition into phases needing more self-discipline, more awareness.
Right, and the big takeaway seems to be about balance.
Absolutely. The expert advice boils down to balance work with rest, balance dreams with realism. Do that, and Taurus comes out of September stronger, more grounded. It's about building that inner resilience.
That's powerful, and honestly, that applies way beyond just one zodiac sign, doesn't it? Balancing effort and rest, dreams and reality. That's how we all build resilience.
It really is. It's not about dodging challenges. It's about navigating them smartly. It prompts you to think, doesn't it? How often do we pause and actually check if we're pushing too hard or not speaking clearly or ignoring those little nudges from our body?
Good point. This forecast is like a structured reminder to do that check-in.
Be more present, more aware of the currents.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive on Taurus for late September 2025, the core insight. It's all about the balance.
Yep. Sep 15th to 21st. Productive, comfortable. Focus on discerning financial wins, savoring true luxuries, reaping work awards through consistency.
Then Sep 22nd, 30th, more cautious. Smart money management for the unexpected, clear, empathetic communication in relationships. And really listening to your body. Pace yourself. Rest up.
And that overarching wisdom, as we said, balancing work rest, dreams, realism, that's the path to becoming stronger, more grounded. It really taps into that universal challenge of managing expectations versus reality.
Which brings it back to you listening. How could these ideas balancing opportunity periods with caution periods apply to your own life, your projects, your goals, your connections?
Yeah, think about it. Could paying attention to these kinds of energetic shifts, knowing when to push and when to perhaps conserve energy or communicate more carefully, improve your own choices?
Help you lean in at the right time, pull back wisely when needed.
It's a really interesting thought to leave you with. If consistent effort pays off when the time is right, and careful communication and pacing prevent problems when things are tense.
Then what small intentional shifts could we all make daily? How could that change how we navigate whatever forecast, personal, professional, comes our way?
The power of proactive balance, right? Constantly navigating the flow. Something to chew on.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.